Welcome to the second update on pharma fund recommendations. In this video, we will talk about 3 points. 1. Our view on the markets today. 2. What is the update on the pharma fund investments that we talked about in the last 2 videos. And 3. A small analysis on Abbott India stock. So let's begin with the first one, our view of the market. In the last week, markets corrected about 1.7%. All of us know that. And the reason for the correction also, most of you would be knowing, it is because of the negative news flow from the US markets. We had a knee-jerk reaction on Friday. So now, what is unknown? For those who are in the market, there will be some uncertainty that is stuck in the mind. What will happen next? Because whenever there is a small hit or glitch, we immediately think what will be the next course of action. Like if you take a small example, suppose you are driving a vehicle which is going smooth, suddenly it hits some jerk. Immediately you would want to go and check what is the problem that the vehicle is having. Probably you want to replace some part, or maybe you can adjust it and keep running for some more time. Of course, that hit would have created some damage. Same thing with the market also. The uptrend which is currently prevailing in the market, the short-term uptrend, started in late March. We are about 2.5 months into the bullish rally. So obviously it has become old, got tired, chances of getting weakness all are there. So this Friday, whatever happened is kind of brought small weakness into the market. Of course, the broad picture is still intact. It will go up for some more time before collapsing. This is what is our view. We might also not be perfectly right. While for those who have invested or took their investments in the market in the end of March or beginning of April, for them it is time to book some small profits. Or if you are having stock positions, chances are those stocks would have started showing weakness. For those who entered market in the end of May or beginning June, probably they will be under loss. So this is the dynamics of the market. For those who are in the market for a longer period, they obviously make money because they get in at the right place and get out at the right place. For those who wait for confirmation, chances are they might not get into the right place and end up losing money. This is on the stock side. For those who have been in the mutual funds or probably invested for a long term, missed the opportunity to get out in the month of March, because the correction that we had in the month of March was very steep and it happened at a very, very faster clip. Probably in 10-12 days we collapsed 40%. So for those who missed that opportunity to get out, now it is an opportunity. I would not recommend to sell all your holdings. Probably 25% you can get out, and as the market climbs higher and higher, you can keep moving out from equities. Stay in arbitrage or liquid funds if you prefer to, and get back when it goes up again. This is our view. Probably it might not be correct, it might be correct. That is because it is my belief that the patterns are showing this kind of weakness. If suppose it goes again, not to be blamed. So you can do your analysis and take a call on your investments. So this is on the market side. The market is started getting weak on the short-term trend that we are having now. Chances are it might be going up for 1 or 2 months. Use this opportunity to book some profits and get in later. Coming to the second point we are going to discuss, update on pharma funds. When markets corrected 1.7% last week, pharma funds did not correct much, probably 0.8 to 0.6%. That was the correction we had in the older funds. Newer funds, though most of them had shown positive returns in the last week. Of course, we have been recommending only the older funds because we need data to do the analysis. Among the 3 funds which we had, UTI had the lowest drop, while SBI had the biggest drop. We will see why that happened. While the protection that we had on the funds did not move up, so that means it will hold for some time here before going up. Obviously, for those who bought at the time when we recommended these funds, their risk has come down. Whatever risk we had at that time, we had around 5% risk when we entered the pharma funds in the first week of June. Now the risk is around 2%. So obviously, when market goes up again, risk will also come down. So let's see the detailed statistics of what we had recommend, how it is going, and what are the reasons things are changing. This is the status of pharma funds, what we recommended. 3 funds, SBI, UTI and Nippon. Current NAV of SBI is 144, UTI is 105 and Nippon is 189.98. Stop losses almost all are remaining same apart from UTI, which is marginally gone up. This is the last week position. If we see SBI, which was having 3.74, Nippon was having 5 rupees per unit as gains, and UTI was 2 rupees 5 paisa. Current week, Nippon is dropped around 1.25. SBI is dropped again 1.25, while UTI remains same. With stop loss going up and price NAV remaining at same levels, UTI risk remains more profitable this week. So let's look at what will be the investment returns for the 10,000 rupees which we had invested in all the three funds. This is the number of units we would have got for 10,000 rupees. In SBI we got 70, Nippon we got 53, and UTI we got 97 units. This is 10,000 divided by the NAV at what price we recommended. At the time when we bought, each of the funds had different risk. SBI had 6 rupees 85 paisa risk, Nippon had 9.11 risk, and UTI had 5.11 risk. For the total 10,000 rupees which we invested, approximately 5% was the risk that all the three funds carried. Between 485, 490, 495 was the risk in each of the funds. Value of some 12th of June, SBI is 178 up 10,178. That is 10,000 investment has become 10,178 today. Nippon is 10,200. UTI is also close to 10,200. Currently, what is the risk on the capital investment? That is the 10,000 rupees what we invested. On that, what is the risk now? SBI is carrying 211 rupees. Nippon is carrying 212. UTI is still having more risk because last week the movement was not equivalent to the other two funds. Profit risk, what is this? From wherever we are. For example, if we take SBI, today the NAV's investment value of 10,000 rupees is 10,178. That is 178 rupees we have made profit. From here, if it has to hit the stop loss is 138.8. Current NAV is 144.33. If suppose it goes down and hits the stop loss, what we will lose? We will lose 390 rupees. From the investment what we made 10,000 rupees, we will lose 211 rupees. From wherever we are now on NAV, from there if we have to go and hit the stop loss, we will lose 390. Like that, each fund has similar risks that is holding on as the NAV is there currently now. Let's look at the chart of how the performance have been. When we invested 10,000 rupees on 1st of June, that day, suppose after we invested, market went down and we had to get out on our stop loss, we would have got back 9,517 rupees. Next week, it went up to 10,284. Our stop loss also moved from 9,518 to 9,788. In this system, we will track the price movement. That is, the speed of the price movement is also tracked along with the stop loss. This in whatever speed the price moves. So subsequently, this week, when pharma funds dropped in value from 10,264, SBI went to 10,178, whereas our stop remains same at 9,788. Today, if from 10,178 we go and hit the stop loss, we lose 390 rupees. From whatever money we invested, 10,000 rupees. This blue line is the investment line. From here, what we will be losing? 212 rupees. So today, if SBI Pharma hits the stop loss, from whatever money we invested, we are losing 212 rupees. From whatever we are seeing on the investment value today, we will be losing 390 rupees. So three funds performed differently last week and this week. Why was it? Let's see the holdings of those funds. This is the holdings of all the three funds. I have arranged this based on the returns all the stocks have made in the last week. Top 10 for all the three funds we have taken. This green area that is marked here is the stocks that all the three funds are holding. You can see almost all of them are holding close to the same exposure in the top stocks. How they are deviating in their performance, whatever deviation they have in their stock holdings is what helps them to deviate. Like if you see UTI has Ipca Laboratories and Cadila, which had the highest gains last week, whereas SBI has Strides, Ecolab, and Abbott, which had the lowest, that is maximum loss last week. So Nippon, why it lost? Because it had Thyrocare with 4%, stock also dropped 4%. And Sun Pharma, which the fund house is having 10% exposure, dropped by around 2%. This was the reason Nippon dropped. SBI dropped because of Strides Acolab, but UTI went up because of IPCA and Cadila. For those who are holding, say suppose you are holding SBI, need not worry about it, because this week if these two stocks went down, next coming weeks it will start going up. I have already talked about Abbott has been in a very long term strong bullish phase. It is just going through a small correction now. It will go up again. So if you are holding any of the funds, need not worry about the performance, because it is you can see here the green areas, almost all the funds are having similar stocks. One small deviations they have, that doesn't matter. Over time it will get adjusted. Of course, there will be small deviations in the returns also. That is there. We cannot think that whatever we have will always be the best, or we should put equal money into all three. Then too we will get only the average. So if we have to hold on, like I've been saying, pharma is doing strong. They can hold on till you returns. What is the commitment? We need confidence to know that if there is real strength, can I hold on? Let's see what is the strength that the sector is carrying. This is the chart of NSE Pharma Index. If we see the performance of this total pharma sector in our country, previous rally, it started somewhere in 2010, it stayed till 2015 end. Near 6-year rally, and enormous amount of money was made from pharma sector between 2014 to 2015. All stocks, some stocks gave 300-400% returns in this period. After that, pharma sector as a whole went into a downside. It stayed down for more than 4 years now. It was carrying a lot of problems, like US FDA was one of the issues. Now, how it became strong, when you see this is the MACD histogram indicator, what it indicates is when price goes down or price hits a lower low, it indicator hits a higher low. This low, here it is a higher low. When that pattern comes, that shows the current prevailing trend is getting weak. Here it was a bearish trend, downside movement, got weak, and after that it turned up. This was in April, the whole sector is turning up with a strong momentum. And after that, it's been close to 2 months now, and it's continuing its strength. You can see the indicator here. When 2018, actually the sector started going up, that time it failed. At that time, whatever was the indicator sent, now we have surpassed it. That means this is going to get into an even stronger rally. This is on the long-term investments. Of course, in the mutual fund space, on our updates, we have yet to give long-term updates because it is a monthly tracking. Another 2 weeks later, we will give that. Where we are doing short-term tracking on the weekly charts. This is the weekly chart of the pharma index. Here again, we see 2018 peak, and we keep the cursor here. The right edge, this part, it is almost come to the 2018 levels, and the pattern here, it is stretching and continuing to hold the strength. This pattern generally has a tendency to have an extended rally. That's what we are having now. So obviously, in such kind of pattern, we will see some around 12 to 15 months of continued trend. So need not worry if you are having pharma investments. It will 100% give good returns. Well, it requires patience and belief. So this is the state of pharma this week. Last week we had discussed about other sectors apart from pharma, which has started showing signs of strength. So that apart from pharma, where to invest now? Those were cement, automobiles, and metals. From them, we had about 15 stocks. With that, we wanted to see which are the mutual funds that are holding those upcoming stocks in their portfolio, so that there will be opportunity to invest in those funds and make returns from those investments. When we check that, out of those 15 stocks, a couple of them did not have, any mutual funds did not have those stocks in their portfolio, so we eliminated those and got a handful of about 8 stocks. And even there was a surprise that only DSP mutual fund is having all of these stocks. Apart from DSP, none of the mutual funds are having the upcoming stocks in their portfolio. What this shows is that even mutual funds are waiting for confirmation, or they are lagging in taking up good stocks into their portfolio. In fact, after doing the assembly, it was a surprise to us also why the topmost funds like Axis, Canara Robeco, those funds are really very aggressive. Even they are not having good stocks in their portfolio, or not taking up good ones. That being on the other side, if we see most of the DSP funds like DSP Equity Opportunities, Top 100, Tiger is a thematic fund, Tax Saver, those who are looking for ELSS, Tax Saver can be taken. DSP Focused, DSP Equity is a diversified fund, and DSP Midcap. Midcap already in the last 6 months has been doing very well among the peer group. So since now they are adding the good stocks in their portfolio, chances are that they will continue to perform well. So somebody is looking to invest apart from pharma in any other sectors strength. Which are the funds in DSP we can take now? This is the early signs. Probably when stocks start going up, other funds will come up, or maybe these stocks go down, this fund will not also perform well. This is the status of the upcoming sectors and where funds have exposure into those sectors. And point 3 that we are going to discuss is on Abbott India stock. So why you'll be asking, of all the stocks, why Abbott India? Why not something else? So this was a request one of our viewers had asked us to review Abbott India. So that's why I thought of talking about it. Unfortunately, this week, among all the pharma stocks that is there in the track list, Abbott India had the biggest loss of around 6%. And for that matter, that stock is not weak. It has been in a very good long-term bullish trend. Now that why it is going down is because probably it is hit a top. It has to get to some correction before going up. For those who entered the stock with a longer term horizon, like say they have been holding for 1 year, 2 year, it's time to take some exit and wait for another entry later. It can go down. For those who entered recently, obviously you will be seeing losses in your position. You should decide on whether to hold on with the losses or book your losses now and get in later. Of course, this stock is very, very strong. We will see the statistics of this stock, and I am talking more on the technical side. Obviously, those who are looking at fundamentals might differ with whatever views I am sharing. Even in technicals also, my ideas might differ from those who are using a different approach to the market. So whatever recommendations, whatever ideas I am sharing here, you do your analysis, get your confidence before putting money into the market, because it is your hard-earned money. Don't just put your money at places without knowing what will happen. Get to know, clear your doubts, and only then invest. If you have any doubts in whatever I am talking here, please write in the comments. We will share our views, probably educate you more on that. Coming to stock analysis, this week we are doing analysis on Abbott India. Let's straight away go to the chart of Abbott India. This is the monthly chart of Abbott India stock. As we discussed, the stock is in an extreme long-term bull market. You can see prices from 2010-11 onwards, the stock prices have been continuously up. It was some 1,600 rupees when it came into a bullish buy in 2011. Today it is 16,000 rupees. It went to close to 19,000, and from there it has dropped. Of course, who would be holding for a long time? Suppose somebody had bought and forgotten this stock, they would have been holding. Otherwise, there will be cautiousness. People will get out immediately. If you ask me, I wouldn't buy and hold for so long. I would have got exited in many places and bought again. So currently, what is the status? The buy for this stock on the long term came at this place in early 2019, that is February 2019 high, when it got broken in, I think, June of 2019. The entry price was 8,100 rupees. Somewhere here only it came. From there, it started going up. There was an exit when there was a shakedown in the market in March. At the time, it got exited at around 13,800 rupees. The entry was at 8,100, 13,800. There was an exit. Somewhere around 4,000 change was the profit made in that position. After that, in my system, we didn't have an exit. For now, suppose somebody is holding this stock, we can see the stock is already showing signs of topping. That is, it has tried to reach higher highs and it is failing there. From there, it is given up. And this red dots are the trailing stop loss for the stock. If it hits there, it will start moving down. That is the expectation. You can see whenever it hits, either it is going down or it holds there. It comes down, holds there. It comes down, holds there. Similar pattern is what is seen here. It can either hold there for a longer period or go down and come up. When it goes down, it can bounce back immediately. If it is not going down, it stays here. It will take some time to come up. This is the long-term position. On the short term or medium term, you can say short term, this trade, the stock cannot be traded. The reason is that this is a very illiquid stock. You cannot buy and sell every day. The wallet supply of stock is very less. On the medium term, what is the pattern? You can see again there is multiple weakness showing up on the charts. It can go down from here, while after it goes down and picks up momentum from the bottom, that is the time we can buy. As of now, if somebody is holding the stock bought last year, we can think about selling and waiting for another entry after there is a correction. If suppose you had bought at this levels in the end of May or June, then obviously you have to hold on with your position for a little longer time. Obviously, again, you should have had a stop loss before buying any position. So in stock markets, all the investments that we make will not be profitable. So we should always have a protection for every position that we take. If it goes against us, we have to get out and wait for a better entry. That is what I would do in this stock. If suppose, of course, I wouldn't buy at this prices. I will buy only at the levels where it is more attractive. As of now, it is not attractive. It will have to go down, then become strong. Then only we will buy the stock. While in the long term, this is a very, very strong bullish stock. When it goes down, finishes its correction and starts coming up, we will for sure buy. As of now, if somebody wants to buy the stock, where to buy? This is the place. When it breaks 17,800, you can go and buy. So 17,800 is a far cry from where it is today. It is 16,000, 1,600 rupees up. Chances of going up that much is not there. More chances is it can go down before going up. When it goes down, it can form one more resistance here, and break up that resistance will be a beautiful place to buy. So for Abbott, though it belongs to the sector which is having a tremendous bullish strength, and the stock also is very strongly bullish, the short term is having a weakness, and that weakness has to get cleared before the stock can go up. So ideally have a stop loss for your position if you are holding long. If you have recently taken long, that bought here in this chart, if I'm showing, these are the places if you have bought, you are already seeing losses, you have to book loss and get in again. If suppose you had bought at a very early stage, like here if you had bought or here if you had bought, it's time to book profit because the trend is almost over. It will go down or stay here for some time before going up. So like this, if anybody wants to know about whatever the investment they have or want to get ideas on what stocks we are buying, guidance on what stocks we want to buy and hold, please write to us on the comment so that we can add you to our group, which keeps giving recommendations of stocks which we buy. Thank you. Happy investing. Pharma funds will continue to give better returns. Stay invested.